Welcome back to the shop, everybody. Got another new product. Show you this one, our new Sledgehammer Series Rear Bumper for the Broncos. Say hi to Harbor. She's making a pest of herself as usual. Hi. What's up? Okay, getting back to business. So here is our latest bumper to match with our front bumper. This one's our first prototype part, so the final product might have some very slight differences, but basically should be all the same as far as the install goes. A few features coming through those slots there. We're gonna have some nice heavy duty recovery points, so you can use shackles, toe strap. A couple holes there for Baja Designs S1s, so you can light up the campsite when you get there, or if you have trouble backing up like I do. This does have provisions for all of the backup sensors. You can see the cutout in the bottom there for the trailer hitch setup. It should work with all of the hitches that are out there. And then last but not least, we'll be mounting it up later. We got a handy bottle opener for you. All right, first things first, we're gonna pull the spare tire off and then we'll work on getting the stock bumper removed. Now on each side, looking in here from the wheel well, there's an electrical connector. Goes to all your backup sensors and license plate light. And I'm just going to go in. It actually mounts up here in a clip. I already unclipped this one. You can leave it clipped in. You squeeze on the little button, separate the plug, then go to the other side, do the same thing. Now, while we're in here, you can also see that bracket, the top right bolt there, that needs to come out as well. Now looking up from the bottom, there's two bolts on each side. And pull those out, an 18mm socket. From there the whole bumper will just come right off. Alright, so we're going to need to remove the wiring harness from our stock bumper here. It helps to have a trim removal clip just to pop these guys out of here. You can use a screwdriver, whatever. Now real important here, you're going to want to mark your sensors for their orientation, which way goes up. They are rather sensitive to that because they don't project a circular beam like you might think. And you're just going to work your way along here, pull out all these little clips that are holding the harness in place. Just kind of snap into the bumper. Most of them come out pretty easily. Some of them you might need the tool for. And then you will need to at least just loosen up the bracket here to have enough room to pull that harness through. Sometimes it's easier to unclip the sensor. You just have to spread the two little tabs on the sides that hold the sensor in, and then you can unplug it. You'll see I also numbered them so I know which one goes in each spot. The outer ones and the inner ones are different, so you want to make sure you're getting them put back in the right place. So now, just push this through here. You can take the brackets all the way off. I tend to lose things if I do that though, if I don't put it all back together immediately. Then move on to the other side. Another thing to be careful of, the license plate light plug uses the same plug as the sensors. And these two are pretty close together. Big giveaway, the sensor has 3 wires coming out, license plate light only has 2. You will get an error if you get that one wrong. Don't ask how I know. Another thing you're going to want to remove from your stock bumper are these clips here. These are for the bolts that come in from the wheel well. They got this little tang here. You might need to kind of pry it up and then pull this guy out of here. So we are going to reuse these on the new bumper. So now to install the sensors, we provide these rubber grommets. You just pop them through the hole, make sure they're fully seated, and then the sensor just pushes right in. If you want to, you can add a little bit of black RTV around the sensor to kind of glue them in place. We haven't found that to be necessary, but it's kind of a next level fix. One thing I want to point out here, you'll notice I numbered these, but they're not in order. The middle ones and the outer ones are the same. In order to get just that little bit extra length on the harness, we swapped the middle 2, so numbers 2 and 3. The key here is to make sure they're still right side up, so that they're looking the right way. But what this does is it repositions the connector towards the inside to give you the length you need on the harness. Alright, so we got our wiring harness all in place here, and I got our Baja Designs S1s all mounted up. You'll also see I put in the nut clip there. The one thing I did not do is zip tie the harness out on the end here where it connects to the Bronco. That we will do once we get it all plugged in and in place. And then on this side, got our other S1 in there and the bottle opener. If you are doing a license plate relocation bracket using our bracket or any of the others, this is a good time to go ahead and start connecting up your wiring and getting it all tucked in with the rest of it here. We'll be just cutting this plug off and then splicing the wires on for our relocation bracket. And the black one there is going to be the ground, and then that brown one with the yellow stripe, that's going to be the positive. Alright, so in with the bumper, you will find 2 of these toe brackets. These are where your recovery shackles are going to mount. And then you've also got a couple of these spacers. And how these are going to install, there's a slot in the toe bracket here. The outside cheek of the frame should slide right into that slot. And then this spacer goes between the bottom of the frame and the bottom leg of the bracket here. And to start with, we're going to use the stock bolts to bolt the bracket on here. We're going to get this all positioned in place right where we want it, which is usually all the way back. And then we're going to tighten down these bolts. Alright, next you're going to have a larger bolt that comes in the hardware pack. This is going to goes through here, goes through the frame, goes all the way through onto the inside. And we're gonna go ahead and crank that down. And then what we're gonna do is actually remove these bottom two bolts. Once this guy's in here, it'll hold this bracket in place. And then these bolts come out and they actually get reused to mount the bumper and sandwich everything. Now we are ready to get the outer bumper installed. So I got the toe brackets all on there, and as you can see I put some blue painter's tape over them just to protect the finish so we don't scratch it up as we're getting things on there. Make sure to have a couple of the stock bolts handy because we're just going to slide it in place and use those to get it loosely mounted. All right, now that we've got the bottom bolts just loosely installed there, I'm going to go ahead and get these little bolts that go in from the wheel well started as well. Next, we'll go ahead and tighten these bottom bolts up a bit, not all the way. Just get the bumper all the way up into position. And we'll go ahead and tighten these guys on the side as well. Now, if you're going to be running a trailer hitch, now is the perfect time to slide it in there. The back plate will slide right between the bumper and the frame. And slide up there, put all four of your bolts in here. If you're not going to run a hitch, there are two options. One, you can just leave it. Don't need to do anything else. Or we provide this filler piece. So this will fit right in here. It'll cover up the notch, make for a little bit cleaner look. It is an optional piece, but we include it with the bumper. So just a note on trailer hitches, we've gotten a lot of questions about whether or not this bumper will work with the factory hitch setup. This obviously is an aftermarket hitch. It doesn't have the wiring harness on there. Now the factory hitch setup, all they do is continue this plate out a little bit and it turns up and it holds the wiring right here. It also has the wiring all the way out towards the face of the hitch. It's all the way out, past where this bumper is. We're quite confident that this bumper will fit that wiring harness as is. But just in case, we went ahead and ordered one. We've got it coming in. And before this bumper goes to production, we'll be test fitting, making sure it fits. And if anything, this notch at the top here will extend it out. So when this thing gets to production, it will definitely fit the stock factory hitch setup with the 7-pin, 4-pin plug. The last thing we need to do on the bumper install is to reconnect the electrical harness. We've got one of these plugs on each side, mates up with this guy that normally rides in this clip right here. Now, inside of the body side harness, there's a silicone O-ring. We found that when they get a little bit dirty, a little bit dry, these connectors are extremely hard to push together. They'll bind up, and you got to get it to push all the way in until it clicks into the tab. So what you want to do is just make sure these are nice and clean. Use a little electronics cleaner spray if you need to. And then I took a Q-tip and just wiped a thin little film of grease around the inside, just to the plastic part of the plug, not on any of the contacts. And then I find they snap right together. Now you can take this guy, kind of fold it back, and there's the slot right up in here where you can put a zip tie around and tie the harness up out of harm's way. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Be sure to check out stinkyfab.com to see all the new and exciting stuff we got coming out. We got a lot of new products coming out these days, and hope to see you all on the trail soon.